What's up, ladies and gents, Ghost here, back with another Battlefield 3 tip. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about reload mechanics, and this is definitely something that I have never seen anybody actually talk about in the game. So first of all, really to understand this tip, let's go over a little bit about how reload mechanics work in Battlefield 3. So basically there is a certain point within the reload where the game registers that you have actually reloaded the weapon and that you now should have a full magazine. And with all the weapons in the game, this usually seems to be when the character physically puts the new magazine or the new bullets into the weapon. So if we take the M5K here for an example, let's just reload it and keep an eye on the ammo counter. You'll see there that as soon as the magazine goes in, the ammo counter changes to reflect that you now have a magazine. However, some reload mechanics for some weapons go on somewhat longer than actually just putting the magazine into the weapon, and you can actually take advantage of this, and I'm going to show you how. So okay, let's take the M5K here first for an example. As you guys know, when you completely empty your magazine and the one in the chamber, you're going to have to both reload and then cock the weapon. Now let's see what happens if I just do the reload and then switch. So right there I switched. I didn't bother going through the animation of cocking the weapon, and obviously in a realistic situation the weapon would now not be cocked and it wouldn't be ready to fire, but in Battlefield 3 it's registered as a full reload and I'm now able to fire the weapon. Now this may not be the most useful application because, I mean, let's face it, if you are reloading your primary, you're probably going to want to stay on that weapon and actually use it. You're not really going to want to switch to your secondary anytime soon. However, this also applies to secondary weapons, and if we take a perfect example here, the Rex, fire a shot off there, and if you look at the reload mechanic for this, as soon as those bullets go in, the reload has actually finished and the ammo counter changes to indicate that you have a full magazine. But then there is this extra bit of animation where he has to sort of close the weapon up and aim back down sights again. So if we actually just skip that animation, so that as soon as he puts the bullets in, I'm able to change weapon, and lo and behold, the gun is actually completely reloaded. Now this may not seem like a big deal, and you know, it's really not. It's probably at most only going to shave, you know, maybe, I don't know, 0.2 seconds or maybe half a second off of the reload time. But in an intense situation, you know, let's say you've emptied your primary here, you know, you're in an intense firefight, there's enemies all around, you've emptied your primary, you empty your secondary, and then you go back, you reload your primary, and you really feel like you want to reload that secondary, and you're like, oh, you know, it's a bit risky because there's guys here, there's guys coming up on the flank around here, and you can't really risk the reload of that secondary. Well, if you want to do so, you only have to slam in those bullets, and that's it. You can switch back to your primary straight away, carry on going about your business, killing guys, and your secondary will be reloaded. So definitely not a big deal for your gameplay, but you know, every little helps, and this is really something that I didn't think about much myself until I was actually recording the last episode of Gun Guide I did, where I was running around with only this weapon, I was reloading it, and I was trying to shorten that reload time as soon as I could, because it seemed like just like an eternity to reload this weapon. And even if you want to reload this gun and carry on using it, you can use this mechanic to your advantage. So here I'm just going to fire the weapon off, do a normal reload, and we're going to see how fast I can fire the weapon again. So reload, I'm spamming the mouse now, and okay, there we go, I was able to fire again. This time I'm going to do a reload where I simply put in the bullets into the gun. I'm going to do a quick swap back to my primary weapon, and back to the secondary, and then going to fire, and we'll see if that's any quicker. So if we reload, do a quick swap back and fire, it's not that much faster, but if we do it one more time, so here's the normal reload, and here is the improved reload. It's maybe, you know, it's really not that much faster, it's maybe like maximum 0.2 seconds. I did actually do this on a stopwatch just a few minutes ago and timed it myself, and it was about 0.2 seconds faster. So definitely not the be-all end-all of your game, but I just thought it might be something that will interest you guys out there to know just how the reload mechanics in Battlefield 3 actually work, and when you can actually get away with switching weapons, because there's nothing more annoying than reloading your gun and switching, just, you know, you switch that tad bit too early, and the reload doesn't finish, and you're like, oh god damn it, so annoying, you know. But at the same time, you want to try and shave off that half a second or so, and save your time. Save yourself as much time as you possibly can. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, give it a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.